What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the basement. Look, Ramon's back. You haven't seen Ramon in a while. And guess who else is back? Hannah's back directing, taking the minutes behind the cameras. Hannah, come over and say hello to everybody.
What?
Yep.
In this?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Why?
Because it's a nice outfit.
Hi. Bye.
Guys, we got a great show for you tonight. We're going to talk about Detective Comics 1000, only the second comic book ever to reach the 4-digit milestone. The first, of course, was Action Comics. We've got Ballsy Heroes from Big Ballsy Comics. We've got Comixology's Stone Star, Dark Horse's Bad Luck Chuck, DC's Dial H for Hero, IDW's Femme Magnifique, Glow, and we got the first episode of Season 2 of Happy. Yeah. So, I already got my drink made. Grab yours, whatever it is you got. Salud. Happy Thursday. Happy Basement Show. Happy nerding, etc. Speaking of nerding, I bought this a while back. I know it's not an official Funko Pop. It's like one of those Chinese bootlegs. But how cool is that? Stan Lee with the Infinity Gauntlet.
That's awesome.
And it's an oversized one, too. It even came with a little, like, sort of Funko Pop protector. But, yeah, oops. Plastic broke.
What's happening the 25th? Absolute.
Of, the 25th of this month? It passed.
Of April.
Endgame comes out.
Oh. So we're not having a show that day, she says. She's asking.
Well, I'm planning on seeing it 7 o'clock. As soon as tickets go on sale, my ass is getting them. So, we could presumably do a late show, or we'll do a Friday show, but I'm not really certain yet. That'll be up in the air still. Depends on when I get tickets, when, well, I know when I'm getting tickets. Really, it depends on when all of you guys get tickets, and when the rest of the Basement Boys get tickets, how soon can we see the movie, etc. So, we'll keep you posted as Endgame draws nearer, and whenever the fucking tickets go on sale. Because amazingly, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, all these other flicks, the ticket sales were like 2-3 months in advance. We're closing in on a month.
Cool.
We're getting close to the... We're under a month. We're getting close to the exact month that it's in, and tickets ain't on sale yet. Currently, the present rumor is April 1st, April Fool's Day, that they're going on sale.
It'll break the internet watch.
It really would. It's going to. Fandango's going to crash.
Yeah.
So I got my Stan Lee sort of Funko Pop with the Infinity Gauntlet, his little bobblehead. Very excited about that. I seen it running around on Facebook at one point, and I'm like, yeah, I need that. So I went and bought him.
Need.
I did need it. No, I did. All right. Let's go right off the bat. Detective Comics 1000, Tech 1000, or as I like to hashtag it, Tech 1K. Let's make that happen, guys. It's a nice short hashtag. It's not a lot of word letters to spell out. So I went to Midtown Comics and I picked up the Liber Mio cover and the Francis Messina wraparound cover.
Oh.
This was the one wrap cover. There's also another one, a Virgin variant cover that has different Batmen over the years, but I just was not spending $30 on it.
I don't blame you.
And I picked up the midnight release horizontal cover as well. With the full... Now, there's a regular cover that's a Jim Lee wraparound, but then there was this one, if you went to the midnight release, which I didn't, but they still had some on sale. Now, I will be picking up the some more regular variants from Royal Collectibles this coming weekend, where I got a few of the ones that I like. You know, there was the 1940s variant, the 1930s variant.
They didn't go as crazy with variants, though.
Oh, did you not see the ones online, like the specific comic book shop ones that commission stuff?
Okay.
I ordered the Alex Ross variants.
Oh.
Those actually just got shipped. I ordered a Gabriel Delato cover. I ordered the Natalie Sanders variant. Remember the nice blonde girl that we met at the Comic-Con that time? With she did the G.I. Joe covers. That like fully painted cover.
No.
All right. pretty blonde girl at Comic-Con. I would expect you to remember these
A
things.
lot of pretty girls at Comic Con.
There are. She was talented too, though.
Was she half naked?
No, she was an
That's
artist.
why.
Ah, it's understandable. Nah, she was classy. She's got absolutely amazing, fully painted art, and it's not digital. She actually uses oil paint. She had her paintings there with her, which is
What was this?
This was this past year.
I didn't go this last year.
That would be why you didn't meet her.
There you go.
That's why. My brain put you there, though.
It did.
It imagined you with me. That's really fucking... I forgot you didn't go, bro. I mean, I was only there 2 days myself, but still, I don't know. My brain just totally put you there. Needless to say, I got more than several variants for Tech 1000, and as they come in the mail, I'll be showing them off. But for now, we got these, and this was, in and of itself, just a fun read. It didn't have a whole lot to do with the current story.
No.
There was like one relevant story way in the back with the Arkham Knight.
Yes. Well, there was another one, the one with the Guild.
Oh, the Detectives Guild? That was pretty cool.
Something more is going to happen with that. I'm hoping.
They could make that a separate book. I would read that.
Very interesting.
That was the book. That was the Scott Snyder story.
I think so.
Right in the beginning, where it's talking about Batman's like oldest case, and it references what I believe is his very first case from Detective 27, and it it goes up ahead now to where he's still following different clues, trying to find who's behind what, and it leads him
crazy clues.
Yeah, I would have read an entire 96 pages of that story fleshed out.
Yeah,
that was great. There's a lot of great stories in here. The one with the Penguin and Bruce Wayne when he's old.
Oh, yes.
That was great.
There's so much you could do with Batman, yo.
Yeah.
So much.
And that's... I haven't read a Batman book. I've been getting them, but I haven't read them in so long that I'm grossly behind. I'm grossly behind on a lot of the regular superhero books. The Image, Dark Horse stuff, I read... I just have a lot more enthusiasm when I pick up those side indie books, Yes. It's a shame because I love my superheroes. I still love the characters. It's just some of the stories are just you got to read this book and then there's a side story contained in this book and they're just trying to milk you for money. And I'm like, I can't.
You have Magic Order and 6 issues just...
Which I'm begging them to make more.
Yes.
Really. And you've got fucking, what was this shit? Doomsday Clock. That the next issue just got pulled back 5 more weeks.
Yeah.
Does anybody even remember what's happening? It's a 12-issue series.
I'm not even reading that. Or Heroes in Crisis. I think number 6 just came out. I'm waiting for the last one, and I read them all. And then
it's another Crisis. I'm with you. I haven't touched this series. We have not reviewed Heroes in Crisis at all.
Yeah.
For the simple fact that whenever the hell it's done, then we'll read it and talk about it.
Absolutely wants to know if you want to watch the finale of Gotham.
No. I don't care about Gotham. I was mildly curious about something that they said on Gotham. The other, what's her name? Leslie Morena Baccarin? I don't know. She, became a supervillain of some kind. I wanted to know what happened to her. And Barbara looked like she's running around in a wheelchair with short hair. I don't know what happened to her. I'm almost curious, but I don't want to invest the time because my time is very precious these days between, trying to read comics for the show, trying to watch TV for both myself and for the show, and just spending enough time goofing off and just trying to have some fun. And not to mention fucking editing. God almighty. Thank God Hannah's back. Can we all just raise a glass that Hannah's back and editing is now that much easier for yours truly?
Barbara just gave birth to Jim Gordon's daughter.
So, Barbara.
Yes. So he smashed her, even though she went crazy and criminal. Ooh.
So that was. Woo.
I've been gone for a while.
You have. You got to get your touch back.
So
you got the touch.
Damn it.
You got the power.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was horribly off key. And you're going to karaoke? Don't bring me.
She wants to. She wants to see you and your craziness up there.
I need to see all of you.
Oh no! I can't get drunk enough to sing tonight. I have to wake up for work tomorrow.
I've never done karaoke, but I see myself as a slow jam kind of guy.
Yeah.
I like to do crazy ass shit like Bon Jovi, Bad Medicine. I love Bad Medicine. I rip on the Eagles, Hotel California.
Oh, Jesus.
I do a little Metallica, Enter Sandman. Yeah. Guns N' Roses. I love Guns N' Roses. Night Train, Sweet Child of Mine. Yeah. Also, going back to the question from last week, also songs that I turn up to 11. Yes.
Uh-oh. Relic Lord said Metallica. Awesome. Liberian Kate wants a PB extra.
of drunken karaoke? Maybe. It will not be the prettiest we've ever done. Well, going back to Tech 1000 for a second, this is a great, I won't say it's a jump on point, but you can buy this and have just like a good hour worth of Batman fun, however long it takes you to read it, and sit and enjoy yourself, and then put it to the side. You don't have to worry about like continuity stories or anything like that. It is only the second issue. Action Comics was the first to hit 1,000 issues last year. I believe actually they timed Action Comics like it was like a magic trick. It arrived on New Comic Book Day the exact same day as Action 1 was released 80 some odd years prior.
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it was like really weird how the days coincided, that it happened to be New Comic Book Day too. Really weird. That did not happen this time as far as I know. But I will pose the question to you. What variants did you guys pick up? Would love to hear from yous. And as always, hit us up, questions@peachbasement.com, and you can title that Tech 1K. And did you get any expensive variants? Did you get anything signed or anything like that? Did you go to the midnight release? Did your local comic shop have one of those?
Purple Haze wants to know, is $9.99 a little pricey? No.
$9.99 was pricey. It absolutely is, and these big anniversary issues are getting crazier and crazier. That's kind of why I'm only walked away with these three, and I think I got another 3 coming, the regular books.
$60.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Like that's a lot.
That's why you really got to pick and choose which variants you like and which you don't.
Relic Lord says your shirt looks like a hologram property in the scope.
Thanks,
and it does, because of the white lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it actually text that reads, what does it say?
I am the shadow of night. I am reprisal. I am something. Crusading in force, justice, body and soul, mask and rage. It's Batman's angst monologuing.
Cool. You know where I got this shirt? Great Adventure. This is a dope shirt to find at Great Adventure, because usually they have like Batman and the Ride, yeah. Great Adventure. Like, I didn't want that. I found this shit just lying on a floor. I'm like, oh, perpetual light shines down on it, everything. I think that's the first thing I would do if I hit like the lotto. Mm-hmm. I would buy a car and convert it into the Batmobile. Yeah.
Which one?
No, gotta go 89. 89 first, and then we do the old Ford convertible from the 60s.
I do the animated series first.
That's kind of like 89.
No, it's not.
It's got a different nose.
It's got a different lot. It's just like a big rectangle. It's just the 89 is the vet.
Yeah.
It still looks like a vet.
Ain't it great? So next up, we've got Ballsy Comics. We actually got one for each of us, and we have an extra one over there that we're going to give over to you. Now, this is from Big Ballsy Comics, and it is by Thomas Cantley and Adam Cozart. It is
madness.
It absolutely is. It is like a love song to anyone who grew up in the 80s. It truly, truly is.
And testicles.
And testicles, for that matter. The author is a testicular cancer survivor, and he hit us up on Instagram and wanted to know if we wanted to review the book. So I went and I bought these books. These weren't sent to us for free or anything. I made sure that I purchased these because a share of the proceeds go toward testicular cancer research.
Quality, too.
And, it's a good book. It's like,
yes.
It's got that plastic glossy front cover and everything.
And it's all story, too, except for the end where there's like 2 ads.
There's like 2 ads. There's a cute cosplayer dressed up as one of the characters from the book.
and a guide to check your testicles for cancer.
Which I did not know that. It seems very useful to me. I never knew how to, like, check my shit for lumps and things. Because, I mean, like, let's be realistic. You gotta grab your nutsack and, like, twist and feel and things. Like,
really?
Yeah.
I've been grabbing my nutsack for years.
Yeah, but in a much different way.
I mean, honestly, I have checked out, and I did find a lump, but it wasn't cancerous.
That's good.
The test, though, is awkward. They put, like, gunk on your nuts to do, like, a sonar check of your nuts.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and there was a chick that did it, too. I was like, oh, Jesus.
That's a shame.
Yeah. I was like, come on, get this gunk off me. Anyways.
I don't know, like, I mean, you look at your nuts the wrong way and they hurt. Like, I can't imagine, like, you grabbing it, like, you just put a little too much pressure and, like, you know?
You should know what kind of pressure to put on your nuts.
But what if you, like, you slip or something?
You should not slip when it comes to your nuts.
What if you have a seizure?
Then you have a lot of medical issues to worry about, including your nuts. Mammograms are worse. Yes, they are. Mammograms are torture. Some man created them and hated y'all. And no woman scientist has stepped up to fix that shit. Shame on women scientists. Mammograms, oh my God. I have too many female friends that just, for some reason, they share that info with me.
Yeah, you're right.
The clamp, the coldness, the pressure, the pain.
Yeah. You'd think they'd at least warm it up beforehand.
Yeah, right?
But, so, in this, you've got Dr. P, who is a reality traveling cancer doctor. He comes from the future where cancer has run rampant through the world, through Earth, and through many different parallel universes. And cancer all stems from the Cancer Queen. And it is like, think like the Cancerverse in Marvel that's breaking out of its universe, and it is infecting all the other universes and timelines. And all the people that are, you know, unfortunately stricken with cancer, they are, in story-wise, they are like the precursor, the small invasion first. And this goes on to basically sing the praises of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Indiana Jones, and Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
This is like so awesome that they should never ever even be approached by lawyers.
No.
Because this is like heavy-handed, just taking their story, just like little tweaks.
Castle Ape Skull.
Yeah.
I mean, that is like the perfect amount of 40% change that, like, here you go. It alliterates. It looks nothing like Castle Grayskull. It only sounds it.
Yes.
And you're good.
Yes.
And it's he's got like
female Skeletor,
which is the girl's sister. So now, along with Dr. P, who is like the
P, get it, Dr. P.
Oh no, yeah.
Okay, just in case you didn't get this, there it is.
I would akin him to the Charlie, and the others are the Angels, if you will, because he's like the man behind the voice. You know, he's the guy behind the on the phone, like telling them what to do. And there's Mr. Ballsy. He's the testicular cancer survivor, and his sidekick. She's not really a sidekick. She's his partner, Hot Pink, who is the breast cancer survivor.
Hence the pink.
And my favorite character,
of course,
Lefty, is Mr. Ballsy's left testicle.
Yes.
Who is clearly removed.
And talks and flies and just constantly there.
And Vader is the dog. He's the pooch who kind of looks like a bit of a schnauzer of some sort. But Lefty, man, Lefty. So let me take you through this. Now, Hot Pink's sister seems to have aligned herself with the cancerous queen. And here she is popping up for you guys on YouTube dressed as Skeletor. And I never thought a female Skeletor was something that I would enjoy, but I do now.
Yes.
I do now. And so they're on Eternia. That's the name of the place.
Yeah.
And
Turd.
Ballsy says, "Hey, does anybody notice how buff I am here?" And like, did you notice the action figures selling more action figures in the marketplace? And I'm not sure what's up with the floating three-eyed gorilla. Wasn't there a three-eyed gorilla in something?
I don't know.
I seem to recall some sort of
references in this.
I know, man. Like some of them even I don't get, but I could swear there was a cartoon with either a three-eyed gorilla or a gorilla with mental powers that wasn't Grodd.
Thank you. I'm about to say Grodd.
No, I know. Oh my God! Masters of the Universe. Garg had 3 eyes. He was he a gorilla? Fuck! Wow, man, that's deep, dude. That's deep in Masters of the Universe lore. That took me a while to fucking remember. Wow. The giant monster. It's like in the classic scene where he's talking to Lefty. Now, you can only go in Castle Apeskull once every 500 years. So they send Ballsy in, but Lefty goes with him. Because why? They're the same person, basically. They're just one entity. They happen to be separate, but still. So he's telling him, like, oh man, it's good to see you. It's good to... He's behind me, isn't he? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. The artwork is so much fun. We have seen indie books before, and we have enjoyed indie books before. This one takes its time to pay true homage to all of the instances. Like, here we have Hot Pink going through the jungle, trying to get to this ancient temple, and it is the Temple of Balls, and the Temple of Balls, and atop of it is the Nut Tower, and those are 2 testicles right on top of the tower there, showing up for you guys on screen. Yeah. And the scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark where the mouths are shooting the arrows, they're shooting fucking nuts at them.
Because why not?
So good. So good. The space goes coast to coast where the cancerous queen finally shows her ugly, cancerous face. And who else could it be but Breck?
Of course.
Naturally. There's an awful lot of cursing going on, too.
Yeah. I mean, you have a flowing testicle, so...
You do have a floating testicle.
Everything else is all good after that.
And there's even Snake Mountain.
Of course.
And... Hordak! Yeah. Who happened to be Hot Pink's ex-husband. Or boyfriend, or whatever. And there's more to come. That is a Millennium Falcon if ever I've seen one. That is. That's what that is.
Somebody's giddy.
It's so good. And here's they make reference to a werewolf that was using Lefty as a chew toy at some point. And here is the ridiculously hot cosplayer cosplaying Zandita, who is the female Skeletor. That's Hot Pink's sister. Tiffany Shariti. We're going to go with Shariti. Instagram is Shari T. It's appearing on the bottom there, so you can check her out as well. And you guys make sure you go and follow Big Ballsy Comics on Instagram. The least you could do is go and pick up one of these bad boys. They're only about $5, give or take. I think it was $5. This is one of the best indie published books I have ever read. The artwork is phenomenal. The quality of the book itself is phenomenal and worth the price of admission. Because how many times you get an indie book that there's mad typos and there's all the time. All the time.
And the art here is good and consistent.
And yeah, it's fun. It's just cartoony enough that you're drawn in and you're brought into that like 80s cartoon, like what's the word I'm looking for? The 80s cartoon
nostalgia?
Nah, like mindset. Thank you. Couldn't think of it. Woo. I'll have another one.
That helps.
And it's continuing to move the story along. You want, like, right in the beginning, Dr. P, you're given his, like, initial story where he's trying to get away from the cancerous queen and they're trying to open a door to, find a time when cancer was not rampant in the world. And all of a sudden he starts kind of giving this omniscient narration of, we're not going to pick up where this is going. We're going to jump right into it. And believe me, there's more to this story to tell. I want to hear the rest of the story. I really do. So only you can prevent testicular cancer. You really can't. Like, cancer fucking sucks. But you can help, and you can read a really awesome story, and hopefully we see more of our favorite Ballsy heroes real soon. But get yourself on YouAreBallsy.com and order yourself some. And tell them the Basement Boys sent you.
It's funny. Get yourself on Big Ballsy.
Hey. You realize, like, since I got these in the mail, and every time I make reference of Big Balls, all I can hear in my head is AC/DC, right? Oh, was that too white? I'm sorry. I've got big balls. You've got big balls. You don't know that song?
Really?
It's about parties.
I love that song.
They throw big balls. Get it? Balls. Hey.
I was raised by pure specs. What can I say?
Well, what can you do? So, Comixology's Stone Star. Not Lone Star.
Oh, Jesus.
Stone Star.
I like this.
I enjoyed it.
It was very fun.
Comixology's got some fun books. Like, they're exclusive books. Yeah.
I think it's going to be like limited to 5 issues.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it's a lot. Because this flying city that just anchors and just does gladiator fights just lands on your planet and just starts setting up.
Like, imagine if MSG was flying through the sky, through the cosmos.
Yes.
And just lands in your fucking hometown for a week or a month or however long they decide to stay. Yeah. Really. And they have gladiatorial events, and there's, you know, these kids that, you know, they're poor, they're scrappers, they're trying to steal whatever supplies they can that are being offloaded and unloaded to this Stone Star ship. That's the name of it. And an accident happens. He literally, like, they try to steal the shit. The cart goes out of control. And he lands next to this dude who is like a famous gladiator.
One-armed dude.
Yep, one-armed dude. You're right. Valasar, something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. But, alien-looking dude, and like the kid's about to get arrested, and he's like, nah, it was an accident. Right, kid? The cart went out of control. Brakes failed. And so he's like, you know, why'd you stick up for me? He's like, I was young and stupid once too. So that was pretty cool. And he's, you know, come with me, and he's gonna proposes to teach him, take him under his wing to be a gladiator.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because this kid has little ability.
He's got something. Yeah. I don't know if he seems to be able to take over machines somehow. And this is a skill that should be honed. And I would like to think that this gladiator guy has the kid's best interest in mind. Maybe he doesn't. Not sure.
I think he kind of does, but at the end, he just might be capable of betraying him.
Yeah.
Because he's hardened. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good book. What was that other Comixology shit? The Stone King?
Stone King, yes. That was one of them.
Yeah.
I'm reading, I think, another one. I forget which.
Man, Comixology's been like, they're like the Netflix of comics. Like, all of a sudden, they're just like straight to digital. Yeah. And they're doing their own shit. And it's really good.
Really good, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, Dark Horse, Bad Luck Chuck.
Chuck's a chick.
Chuck is a chick. Yeah.
And this is horrible. Kind of reminded me of you. I don't know why. Because just
I'm amused.
So much bad luck that, you know, like, she keeps herself locked up in her place and is surrounded by good luck charms. And I'm like, I don't know why, but I thought of you.
Okay. I take that as a compliment.
Yes. It wasn't meant. It didn't want
yeah. And she not only keeps herself locked away in her apartment surrounded by good luck charms, but she has monetized it in that she will take jobs and go cause bad luck to other people.
And their businesses. And they collect insurance and she collects a paycheck. And it's not exactly like insurance fraud because bad stuff happens. It just so happens that her being there causes it.
And this dipshit of, he's like...
Mr. McGee, except for insurance fraud. He's pursuing her.
Oh, man, Mr. McGee, you're right. I didn't think of that. I almost said I didn't clue in on that. And that would have been kind of a pun in two different directions. But yeah, this insurance investigator is dead set on having her arrested, tried, and convicted for insurance fraud, stating that she's always around all of these accidents, so she must be causing it. But I don't think he's quite figured out the whole bad luck thing yet. Nope. And you see her bad luck unfold as she tries to rescue this girl who's gone and joined the cult because her mom wants her to, to get saved. So she hires Chuck to just cause some bad luck for the cult. But in the interim, things happen, and I don't want to spoil this for you because it's a fun story to watch unfold. And I was actually thinking like the guy was like Inspector Clouseau chasing the Pink Panther because he's completely inept. Like he's a dipshit. You know, at least McGee had like he was a hound. You know, he was a dick.
This guy's in over his head. He has no idea.
Way over, and he's constantly like he's kind of a turd. You know, he's a moron.
Yeah, totally.
This is a fun book. I did not think I was gonna like this.
I mean, I give it a chance
because it's Dark Horse. Yeah.
And I was like, Bad Luck Chuck sounds cheesy, but Chuck's a chick, and bad luck is her thing, and they did such a good job of it. So.
I want to know
how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, and I bet you they don't even have to tell us in this story.
No, they don't.
They can delve further in with the girl and what's going on with her, and, you know, the cult that she escaped from, and all of the rest of the story going there, and they could save Chuck's origin for a whole other story.
Yeah.
Whether it be supernatural, whether it be completely natural, she's born with it, like a reverse domino.
Yeah.
You know, it could be anything. There's a lot of fun to be had in this book. Really was. Dial H for... I keep wanting to say Dial H for murder, and I know I'm wrong. Dial M for murder was the... I forget who the fuck wrote that book. I don't know. I'm not a librarian. If only we had a librarian watching the show that could answer that question.
She'll send it in a minute.
She'll get to us.
Just wants this guy's contact info. Dial H for Hero is... She says she's on it.
Yep.
It's been around a long time, and they tried to bring it back. Not too much success. Not some long-lasting success. Maybe first arc, but after that, it kind of falls off. It has a cult following. I know The Shadow's one of them.
Okay.
And here, they're giving it a different approach. Like, it's been around before, so they're not, like, doing a brand new thing. The phone has been around before, and it's, like, on people's watch list. So a couple of people get informed.
Is it a specific phone? Is it a magic phone or something?
It's a magic phone. It looks like an old school.
I think I've maybe read one story arc of this, and I don't remember it. But it was during the middle
was this
years.
Weird little phone booth one with like a old school one. This one is
was a rotary phone, right?
Absolutely, says the Alfred Hitchcock film.
Oh. No, I'm thinking of something totally different.
Well, let's see what Kay says.
I'm thinking of there was an author who wrote different. Like
all the letters?
All the letters were different murders. But yeah, Dial M for Murder was Hitchcock.
It's based on a British play from 1952, then became a Hitchcock film 2 years later.
All right.
That was great.
Well, thanks.
Thanks, ladies.
Now help me out. Who the hell wrote all them murder books with the letters?
You're thinking of Sue Grafton.
Stu Grafton?
Sue Grafton.
Sue Grafton.
Yes.
Sue's grafting what exactly? Like charts, buildings? What is Sue grafting exactly?
This is Pete's Basement. Welcome to our getting way off topic show.
Puns!
I love him. I don't know why. So
I think I remember reading the one with the phone booth and the rotary in there. Like that was like weird. Middle basement years.
And they were trying to go for the real quirkiness of it, like almost strange. This one is still strange. Like he turns into this trucker superhero where everything's about trucker, and he's literally a truck but in human form, and it's just he's not like Optimus. He still looks humanoid, more humanoid, but it's weird. Weird powers come from the Dial.
I instantly thought of Turbo Teen. Remember the kid that turns into a car?
No.
All right, this is like
way back.
You're older than me, so you can't say way back if I remember it.
Wait, Kinsley Milhone, A for alibi, B for burglar.
That's the one.
Absolute.
Okay.
You watch way more regular TV. So we Latinos, we had one TV, and if it wasn't on a Spanish station.
Did y'all have like Spanish translated 80s cartoons?
Some. Remember that He-Man shit I showed you? That means a kid.
Yeah.
It's in Spanish.
That's right. Yeah.
I wonder if that picture's still around. Or at least it's a copy of it. It might be on Facebook.
You've definitely posted it on Facebook. That's how I saw it.
Yeah. But now I share so much crap that it's like you never find it.
No, I know. Like we just gotta wait for that shit to pop up in your memories.
Yeah.
Do you check your memories every day?
No, I don't.
Come on, man. It might have been yesterday. We gotta wait a whole year.
I'll look for it.
Fair enough.
So, anyways,
so
what the hell were we talking about?
Remind me now. When is like each dial it gives a different superpower?
No, you just call, you pick up, and you're gonna get what you get. So roll the dice, roll the phone, if you will.
So it's like a cold call, if you will, like a telemarketer.
Yes, and it's a totally different power.
All the time.
All the time.
Huh. Is it the same phone number? Like did
No, it's just a phone, and it rings, and this time the phone's speaking to him, and it's telling him, you know, pick up. This is me. I've been talking to you before. Yada yada. And then he became this crazy trucker. Mind you, he was like falling off some plane or something.
And the phone just appeared then?
Yeah. So that's, again, different.
Uh-huh.
The last series was more...
But it's still not mechanical. A cell phone.
No.
Huh.
They're going old school with it.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
They should have, like... Does the kid know that's a phone? Like, because
he knows it's a phone, but he doesn't...
Kids are stupid these days. They don't know what a fucking rotary phone is.
They don't know how to read clocks.
Oh, I've noticed. If that shit ain't digital, I have no concept.
Excuse me.
I thought, on the subject, actually, I'm, for whatever reason, very, like, I think I'm 60 in here sometimes, because I look at my watch for the time, and I'm looking at my phone, I'm looking right at it, I'm, like, playing on social media, whatever, while I'm on the train, going to work in the morning, and this older gentleman asked me what time it is. So, I can see his face in front of me. When I do this, it's about 9:45. Instinctively, and he was like, "Thank you." Like I saw the surprise in his eyes, because I guess to him I'm still some young whippersnapper who's some fucking millennial asshole who has no concept of how to read a clock without. Forget it. My Movado doesn't even have numbers on it. It's just arrows in some direction. You gotta figure that shit out. I love those. I'm in the market for a new one, actually.
I like to have a watch, but just getting a watch through this is difficult to find. Like, I'd have to buy a watch and add extra links to it.
You could do that.
Yeah, it's much work.
Yeah. Or sometimes if you're dead set on a metal band, they have ones that, the flex metals. The metal is attached on... like elastic wire and
I need
clasps.
a watch that fits me loose.
Mm-hmm. I'm the same way. I hate tight watches.
Because also, obviously, so that the sweat becomes an issue.
Right.
And my watch becomes rusty.
Very true.
See what a jeweler can do. It's on my to-do list.
Yep. I don't have a guy for that.
I'm surprised.
I know.
I'm surprised. He has a guy for everything.
I used to. She retired.
Call her. She might know somebody.
Maybe. I should. But speaking of fantastic women, IDW's Femme Magnifique.
Yes.
I didn't get a chance to read this.
It is nice. Short stories.
Okay.
So it's not like each one is 10 pages. This is actually just a regular 30-page issue.
Okay.
And it's just 10 women and what.
So it's 10 stories in 30 pages?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's not dragging on or nothing. 10 women, 10 incredible things they've done, from women in space to Japanese manga artists.
These are true stories? These are real women?
All true.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's art? It's not like photographed or anything?
No, it's all art.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And it's written by a variety of women. I think I saw Gail Simone's name in there because, of course.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. And
I would actually expect no less.
Oh, Case says it's a full graphic novel with the same title.
Oh, cool. I wonder if this is like a snippet of it.
She says it is. These stories are from the graphic novel, which you should read. It's good. If it's anything like this, I would recommend it. If you have any niece, daughter,
even your mom or your sister, your aunt, your grandma.
All little girls should read, or women should read. Also boys too, so they can recognize that women can do just as much shit as men can do. Yeah.
I heard a great line the other day.
Uh-oh.
And I hope this doesn't come off sexist, because I don't mean it as such, and I didn't take the line as such. But it was somebody was saying, I see a lot of controversy in the media and society today about women being able to do the same things as men, and striving to do the same things as men, and striving for equality and all of this stuff. And I fully agree with equality, but the line that I draw on was that women shouldn't be worrying about doing all the things that men can do, we have men for that. They should be striving to do all the things that men can't do, because God knows there's a lot of it. Like, we definitely would have blown our houses up if it weren't for the women in our lives, without question.
Oh, definitely.
Like, men are mostly stupid.
We are horrifically stupid.
It's horrible.
And brutish. That's the only reason why we still dominate.
Yeah. I mean, I leave it up to everybody else to translate that, and like I said, I'm not trying to sound like a dick or anything, especially coming off a review of that book, but I don't know, the line just struck with me, and I'm like, oh, wow, that seems important.
There's a great documentary series on PBS. It's a 10-parter, Women, War, and Peace, and a lot of that stuff subtitles, but the last one I just saw was the one about the peace treaty made in North Ireland, and how they try to keep a women's party out of it, but they got organized, got in there, made some necessary changes to the peace accord, the Good Friday Treaty is called, and it was just awesome. And then they just fell apart a couple of years later, not because of infighting, but because that's what they set out to do, and then they were just done. And it's a really good series. Ooh. Also watch She Makes Comics if you want a great documentary. I just might want some.
She Makes Comics.
Yes.
Interesting. Huh. I don't know about that one. But speaking of tough women, IDW just released Glow issue 1. All right. You have not seen the new series.
I have not.
But you, like me, have watched the original Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling wrestling TV show of the 80s.
Because they helped me understand that I love women.
Yes, I agree. Dude, you have got to sit down and watch this show. It's a lot of fun.
I know.
And this book is the perfect compendium. Compendium? Am I using that word right?
Yes.
I hope so. I don't know how to speak. It is the perfect addition to that show. Because if you like the show, you're going to like the book. It's the same characters. It's a little side story. It's like, like some in-between stuff in between the seasons. I actually still have not watched Glow Season 2, but I'm going to get there.
He loves his bitters.
It's because I'm bitter.
I went into this thinking I'm not going to like this.
Okay.
I freaking loved it.
I'm glad.
It was fun. It was entertaining. I mean, it's obviously an all-girl cast except for that one owner of the company who is a douche.
Yes, he is.
But it's like, okay, I'm having fun with this. I enjoy it. I could almost even relate.
He kind of looks like Jimmy Hart from WWF. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun series, man.
It is. Well, the book is.
And I mean, they kind of pulled a... what you call it? Actually, they did it first, and then Marvelous Miss Maisel did it afterward. Like, the first episode, here's tits. Watch our show. And then I did. And there were no more tits, but I liked the show. I see what they're doing now. I just put this together now. Like, they lead you in.
Tit bait.
Tit bait. The men in the audience, like, here you go. They'll watch now. They're powerless. Look at them. Going back to what I just said, men are stupid. We're not stupid, but we are very, very simple creatures.
Almost primal.
Yeah.
Ooh, titty. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's true. Because Marvelous Maisel, she has a nice
This has come up
bosom.
So many times in the last several weeks of the Basement Show. Yes, Mrs. Maisel has an amazing rack.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why you stick around, because you want to see it more.
They don't give it to you.
If it was like a,
by like the fourth episode,
titty committee girl,
wouldn't have mattered. And that seems to be the problem with a lot of Hollywood, I'm noticing, like lately. Like mainstream TV shows, they don't have, like, buxom women. Very few. And I'm not saying that these women are not beautiful, because they are. So many. But they're not, well endowed. As opposed to, even Alison Brie's not that, kablow.
No.
But still, you're like, hey, and you watch the show.
You know, I finally saw Captain Marvel.
Uh-huh.
They did a good job of showing that she is womanly.
Yes.
Without going overboard.
I agree.
They did a better job of that than Wonder Woman did, actually.
Think so.
Yeah. Because there was some specific shots and Wonder Woman was like...
That's for the
she's
guys?
a sex symbol.
Uh-huh.
But understand, she's obviously more of a sex symbol. And the way she was created is...
Well, certainly. And I mean, her outfit has gone through some updates.
I'll go so far that Annette Bening looked great in this movie.
Yeah, she
I know
did.
that's a lot of makeup. I know she's up there in age. She looked good.
Still great.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was an ass shot of her, too.
There was.
Which I was like, wait, why is there an ass shot of Annette
Because they
Bening?
couldn't do an ass shot of Brie Larson.
No, they couldn't. No. I've seen her butt. It's cute.
It's not.
It's not, yeah.
Yeah, frankly, mine's nicer. It's just so's Tom Holland's, apparently.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. No. But you're absolutely right. There were no small outfits. There were no, I only just watched Winter Soldier the other day because I've been just periodically going through the Marvel movies in lieu of catching up on Game of Thrones for a fourth go around. And there was the scene where she wraps the cord around the guy's neck and then jumps off the banister and she's like sailing down while the guy's like holding her and she's shooting all of these guys and then she drops down to the floor and there's bang, ass shot.
That's her role in the Marvel Universe.
Obviously.
But I'm looking forward to her movie, so hopefully it won't be so much ass and more talent.
But the point was, there was none of that in Captain Marvel that I saw.
No, not at all.
But I would say that they're probably... I'm failing to come up with a comparison now, but it's been a while since I've seen the movie. But given, like you said, the way the character looks, I'm sure that happened in Wonder Woman at least once.
I think so, too. And
if not, maybe not as blatant, but something.
And they could have easily done that with other characters, because Minerva was gorgeous.
Yeah, she was.
Okay.
If only a bitch, but yes,
sleep
gorgeous.
with a blue chick. And I sleep with a green chick now. I've learned. I
Gamora?
accept that. Oh, no, the Skrull chick. I mean, obviously keep the teeth away. But, for the most part.
I thought you meant Gamora, but you can get the green chick and the blue chick, then make a yellow one.
Oh, man, my mind is thinking horrible things right now.
Yes, it
I
is.
can't say on TV, on the show.
Yes.
I hope Minerva survived. No, dude, Minerva did not survive. She blew up. I don't know how the hell she would probably survive.
Oh, yeah,
she dead. Which is a shame.
Maria blew her ass to Kingdom Come.
She had a prominent role in the comics for a long time. Mm-hmm. And now it's no deuces.
Speaking of who survived, Marvel released these new posters this week, Avenge the Fallen. Yes. And it took me mad long to realize that the Fallen were the ones in black and white and the ones who were still around were in color. Yeah. But the fucked up shit was anybody with so much as an iPhone these days can turn a picture black and white. So there were mad posts of, different, who the fuck died, who didn't die. Because Shuri was in black and white, but so was Valkyrie. Now, we haven't seen Shuri. Her face appeared in the trailer in the missing persons little thing that Bruce Banner was looking at. But we didn't see Shuri evaporate. So I was under the impression she might have lived. But Valkyrie, we are supposedly told that she survived. Thanos let her live in a scene that was cut from Infinity War when he said, take half of the crew and leave. Remember, the Shadow told us that.
I don't remember.
And I hope that we get to see some of the scene, because this was filmed a la Lord of the Rings. It was all filmed at the same time.
Yeah.
I hope we get to see some of the stuff that was cut out of Infinity War.
They should invest some money into finishing it up.
Yeah. I would like to see Xandar get decimated somehow. Even if it's for 3 seconds, I would like to see some shit.
I would like to see that in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
However we see it.
Yeah.
I don't care when. I would like to see the scene, maybe the Valkyrie shows up and he's like, oh, you're alive. And yeah, this is what happened. And maybe give us a flashback for 15 seconds. I don't care. You've got 3 hours. Do something with it. But yeah, all of these posters started showing up, and they were all over Instagram. So we didn't bother to post them because everybody else did. And then, you know, you get people who are turning pics black and white to confuse people and like, oh, this person died. And then you get talented sons of bitches like Boss Logic who are colorizing the pictures.
Yes.
Thus further confusing people.
There's a meme going around.
It's an understatement.
With Betsy Ross on the cover. Betty Ross.
Uh-huh.
And like the Hulk shows up in Endgame because he finds out she died during the snap.
Huh.
And that would be so awesome.
That would be.
Like Tony Stark, because he's a douche, he would just give Bruce Banner a note, and then it says Betsy Ross passed away too during the snap, and that's it. He wouldn't be afraid no more. He'd be like, "No, this is all rage," and that would be. Something I want to
would
see.
love to see something to the effect. It won't happen because I'm fairly certain that we're going to see the Smart Hulk in Endgame.
Yeah.
But one of the Hulk's shiningest moments, I think, was in the fight with Onslaught. Do you remember?
Barely.
When, you know, this was Smart Hulk 2
Yeah.
then. And I don't think the Avengers have any telepaths at this point. But he goes to Jean Grey, and he was like, it's up to me. You need to go in my head and turn Banner off. And she's like, but Bruce. He's like, no, just, I know, do it. And so she's like rooting around in his head, you know, closing doors or whatever. And she says, who's Betty? And he says, leave me that. And then afterward, it's you know, it's like that raging picture of the Hulk. His eyes are glowing red and shit. And that's when he punches Onslaught, breaks the armor, and tear in the universe opens up, and everybody gets sucked into the Heroes Reborn nonsense.
Keyword nonsense.
Nonsense.
Wow, we've gone way off from Glow
No,
to
I think. Well, I think
Marvel. I mean, it's good. It was a good
we
flow,
moved along.
but
Yeah,
it was.
Glow flowed. Yes, the flow of Glow worked. I'm gonna go get some ice. This is Meek. He's dead. Hey. Next time on Pete's Basement, the Ramon All Whistling Show.
He's trying to get all the whiskey out of the plastic cup, but the ice already filled up the other cup.
Stupid plastic cup. Be the day I let an inanimate object get the best of me. You know what? That was actually the last of our comics.
Oh, so we have questions?
We got questions, but we also did we talk about Happy Season 2?
No,
you watched
we
it.
haven't
I
talked
didn't.
about
I didn't see it at all yet.
It picks up right where it left off, cursing and all. There was no sex, but that's good because last time they showed his bare butt. I don't really want to see that. He's still in great shape.
Christopher Maloney.
Yes, like he's scary.
I mean, it works itself out because you know the good Lord giveth and the good Lord taketh away, and the good Lord tooketh away his hair, so he's gotta give him something here.
Yeah. It's more the same characters and everything like that, and I mean, it might piss off some Catholic people, Catholic Church.
So we're going with a priest that diddles little kids that he's going after.
Remember the guy who was the kid cartoon guy?
Yeah. Oh,
he's like a archbishop or something now, or cardinal.
Okay.
So he's redoing Easter. And it's like wow, like they're not holding back. And everybody's back. His daughter has PTSD.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
So does his ex-wife. His former partner / lover. She does real estate now.
Okay.
And it's
Greg knows her.
really,
Greg has to introduce us.
really because she's nice.
I know.
Very nice.
I know.
It's more the same. If you haven't seen the first one, you don't have to. It literally pretty much gives you a feel of what happened already in the first episode. So it's all good. And it's also limited commercials.
That's good.
So it's like, it's an hour.
But you're getting like a good 40 to 45 minutes of shit instead of the usual 30.
Yeah.
That's great. Still 8 episodes, I'm assuming?
I haven't checked that.
Okay. And last but we got a few other topics actually. You have been singing the praises of Love, Death, and Robots along with my other nerdy friends. Like,
I love it.
Everybody texted around the same time, like, "Yo, you seeing this? You watching Love, Death, and Robots?" And I haven't yet.
It's gorgeous. The stories are awesome. They're very mature. And it's just...
I heard it's a lot like Heavy Metal. Like, you know, each... it's like self-contained things. Each episode in this case is...
yeah.
Because that's what Heavy Metal was. It was like one overarching story for the hour and a half, but then each little story in between could just be watched on its own.
This is just one story. The second one has nothing to do with it. They don't even number it. It's all titles.
Okay.
And like the first one is like almost 30 minutes. Nothing else matches that time length. Everything else is considerably shorter and great. What's his name? From the 70s show? He played Venom.
Oh, Topher Grace?
He's in one of the episodes.
Really?
It's good.
Really?
It involves a fridge. Topher Grace and a fridge, and yet it was
a refrigerator?
A refrigerator.
A refrigerator.
Yes.
All right.
It's good shit.
Okay.
I highly recommend it. Like, everybody should binge it. And considering it's an afternoon's worth of TV, it's just gorgeous.
All right. I'm gonna check this out. I don't know if it'll be this weekend, but I'm definitely gonna watch it because, like I said, you and so many other people have been talking nonstop about it. We got two more topics on TV and movies. Angelina Jolie is apparently in talks to join the cast of The Eternals. Mm-hmm. We suspect as Cersei because she's the only one that Angie looks like.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know too much about the Eternals. They are another offshoot of like the Inhumans. They were experimented on by the Kree and whatnot, and they were just kind of left to their own devices.
Yeah, and there's the Deviants, which are the enemies who are also created. It's good stuff. It's older stuff. I think that's Kirby stuff.
Yeah,
too,
that's
right?
Cosmic Kirby.
Yeah.
That's Cosmic Kirby right before some people would argue that the Eternals were, you know, the not the precursor, but were like the rough draft to the New Gods and Apocalypse.
I definitely see that. Yeah, I could see that. Mm-hmm. Not that there's anything wrong with that, what he did. I mean, can't say anything bad about Kirby. I'm alright with it. I would prefer, again, somebody younger who you could commit to for a longer amount of time.
She's still hot, God bless her.
She's still hot. And, you know, I mean, I think she got new boobs because she removed her original pair. Because they found a trace of cancer in her genes.
Right.
So she's like, nope. And hey, good for you. If you have the money, you could afford that surgery and then following the surgery after that. But
I would have did it for her.
So anyways, Cersei should be more of a main character. So I just worry about Marvel. I'm the worry in this group. I worry so much. It's ridiculous. She's not going to come cheap. And that might affect the rest of the show. I'm hoping you don't half-ass it like you did in Humans, because that really pissed me off because I was a big fan of the cast. Well, the first two, Medusa and Black Bolt.
Yeah. I think Anson Mount did a great job.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think Serinda Swan, whoa, pull that name out.
She's gorgeous.
She's so gorgeous. And she would have done a better job if they could have at least had half the budget for...
Hair,
yeah.
Yeah.
You can't have Medusa bald the whole series.
Because it doesn't mean anything. Because then you don't see her using her hair. And all you have to do is go off of her personal feelings and emotions about it.
And every time she used her hair, it was sloppy.
Yeah, it was...
Ugh.
Yeah.
And last but not least on the topics of TV shows, we want to wish our good friend Sebastian Jones congratulations and good luck, sir. His book, Niobe, She Is Life, Niobe, She Is Death, just got optioned for an HBO series.
Good for him.
Yeah. The show is going to be called Asunda, which is the place that all of his series take place on. And he's got a lot of them. There's Niola, there's Dusu, Erathun, Essessa, there's Untamed, which was the first appearance of Niobe. There's also Niobe, She Is Death, and Niobe, She Is Life. And if you guys are unfamiliar with this, go and check out. The first place you need to stop is Instagram's @Stranger Comics, and that will lead you on from there. You'll check the website, They've had many, many Kickstarters that we have kicked in on, and I have personally kicked in on. We've done several interviews with Seb. You can just search Sebastian Jones on PeachBasement.com.
He hits cons. So
yeah,
he's a great guy to
he's
talk to.
all over the place. And he's British, so his voice is actually soothing to just let him speak. He could just, like, read something to you. We interviewed him at New York Comic Con, I believe, twice, and we also did a Skype interview on here, on the show itself. He's a great dude. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. And, I mean, now we get to say we know somebody with a show on HBO.
And it's you look forward to it because HBO will throw money at anything and make it right.
Especially that the world of Everthune and everything is all, like, it's so Lord of the Ringsy, Game of Thronesy. Yes. Like, there's enough Lord of the Rings fantasy mixed with Game of Thronesy violence. It's great. Like, he does not hold back. If you're unfamiliar completely, I can break it down with Niobe is the daughter of a king of this place that's kind of a lot like Europe, which is obviously where Seb grew up, like London. And her mom is the chief of this roving tribe that kind of hails from like an Africa type of place. So she's a mixed breed, and she's not really welcome too much by either one. By the way, it bears noting that the wanderers in the Africa place are kind of like elves. Mm-hmm. So she's literally like a half-breed, and nobody really... She's got to fight a lot, needless to say. So go and pick these things up. Go to strangercomics.com, hit Sebastian up, and tell him the Basement Boys sent you. He'll be very appreciative, and we're looking forward to this show.
You think
it's going to be great.
Amanda?
I just want to meet her. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. It also bears mentioning that Amanda Stenberg from Steinberg. I
forget, yeah.
Amanda from Hunger Games.
Rue. She was Rue in Hunger Games.
Yep. Helped to write the books.
Mm-hmm. She was heavily involved.
And unfortunately, it's like she knew I was coming, so she was not at any of the Comic-Cons.
Understandably
like,
so.
Pete's coming? No, I'm out. Deuces. Sorry. I just want to say hello.
To her or the
and
rest
maybe
of her?
ask her if she wants to go get some pizza. That's all. Just pizza. Just pizza.
That's how it starts.
That's how it starts. Yeah, it's got to start somewhere. Hello, nurse.
I love Stefania.
I love when this randomly Ramon will pull up like a great set of boobs on the phone and just like, hey, turn it around. Ramon might have a small touch of ADHD. Just a little bit. But his mind is always goes back to the right place first. Remember, guys, TCP, Tits Comics Pizza. We're making that shirt. It's coming. It's coming. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to say it's going to be ready by the time this show hits YouTube because I got to go through some sketches, but I will promise you this.
Oh, watch out.
That by next show, I will have at least one sketch up for what the shirt could possibly look like. Because I have a few ideas running around in my head. And I want to make the best shirt for everybody to get. Okay. So I'll have at least one concept tee to show you guys by next week. That is a promise. So we got some bombs from the Shadow. Yeah. Why don't you read those?
Okay. According to insiders, the initial outline of episode 9 featured a smuggler named Zori, in costume with her face hidden. Zori was merely a code name for her real identity, Mara Jade. Now most likely Carrie Russell is playing Zori, as she recently publicly claimed she has the coolest costume in episode 9. Whether or not this ends up in 9 is based on two factors. Creator Timothy Zahn has approved it, and 2, the final script didn't change. Like Marvel Studios, Lucasfilm is fluid. Russell is 43, the perfect age for present-day Mara Jade, if she and Luke Skywalker were lovers when he was somewhat younger.
That's against the Jedi way, Luke.
Yeah, well, he was kind of bitter about the Jedi way. But anyways.
He was a bit.
And Carrie Russell's cute.
She's cute.
Yeah.
She's another member of the Itty Bitty Titty Committee.
She has curls, though.
She does have curls. The curls do help a lot. What show is she in?
Oh. Felicity?
Yes.
Okay.
I always get that and Ally McBeal confused, and Ally McBeal was the other beast.
Yeah. I mean, she was great in Supergirl, though.
She was great in Supergirl.
In the initial,
but she wasn't supposed to be the pretty girl in Supergirl. That's why it worked for her.
In the initial outline of
I'm a bastard.
Naomi Ackie is played by Lando Calrissian's daughter. Makes sense that a player will have a daughter. Because that's how usually God...
That's how it works, yes. That's why every dude I know has a little girl or 3 running around now. There are like no boys in our circle except 1, 2.
What? Oh. Natalie Allen Lind is being discussed for the film version of J. Scott Campbell's Danger Girl.
That is perfect!
You know who should be with her? True Detective?
Yes, absolutely. As Sydney, do you think she can pull... Oh my god, Alexandra Daddario, do you think she could pull off a fucking Australian accent?
I don't think it matters, but she should be able to. Let's be realistic. J. Scott Campbell's Danger Girls, if you don't know what it is, it's all about TNA meets James Bond meets Indiana Jones. That's literally it. That's it. Anyways, calm down, Pete.
We should do a casting call. We already got 2 of them. Who's the other one?
Kate.
The evil Nazi bitch and the nerd girl.
Tech support, yeah.
Yeah. We gotta bring Sean Connery out of the woodwork for this.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
And Billy Zane.
Questions. What's the best kind of fair food? Is New York known for anything? The Minnesota State Fair is known for Martha's cookies and cheese curds. All right.
All right. Is that absolute?
Yes.
All right. What's a cheese curd?
I don't know.
That sounds...
It's what's left after the cheese is churned, and it turns into like these little balls.
It's Minnesota.
Was that what...
It's the home of cheese in America.
Wait a minute. Was that what Little Miss Muffet was eating? Curds and whey?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Makes it sound a lot better than it originally...
All right. There's 2 things that I have to get at a fair.
Okay.
That's fried Oreos, Zeppelis.
Zeppelis, yeah. I think that's
Zeppelis
it.
being the first. Like, Oreos can kiss my ass if I have a good bag of Zeppelis.
Yeah, New York doesn't really have, like, state fairs, like, at least in the city. And we don't count everybody that's, like, once you get north of the Tappan Zee Bridge, y'all motherfuckers ain't New Yorkers no more. Y'all are, like, South Canadians. That's it. And they have state fairs there. I've been to the Orange County State Fair, and whoo boy, let me tell you, that's picturesque.
No, you're not talking to a bottle of vodka. You're talking to a 5-mouth sports-loving lady.
Yeah, they
supply a bottle of vodka.
Well, somebody did think that Absolute was not a real person, let alone a woman.
Yeah, but it came really close with Kate.
Yeah, but as for me, I need my sausage and peppers sandwich.
Yes, you do.
From Vinny's. At the Italian feast at the Giglio, and I'm with you. Got to get the Zeppelis.
Got it.
Yep. We'll take some pictures this coming summer. Summer's coming. That is like the key of summer. Is when I throw my cholesterol to the wind and just get sausage and peppers like every other day.
Yeah, I can't get my blood drawn around that week.
No, it's pointless.
Easy Tiger. How come none of you mentioned Bieber, but Pete said Jordan?
It's true.
What happened there?
Well, were you not here for these? Which celebrity would you like to punch in the face?
Oh.
And he's absolutely right. Actually, I'm not sure. Easy Tiger could be a woman as well. Sorry for just assuming that. They're right. I did not mention Bieber at all. I didn't, and it's mostly because my brain never thinks of Justin Bieber. Ever, really. Ever. I couldn't name you a single song that he does. I know that he exists. I know that he's Canadian.
Don't know name, but you've heard him.
I know who Justin Bieber is.
No, heard his music.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know it.
Yeah.
Like that other girl with that's got to get down on Friday. I know of her as the annoying girl who made that song, but that's it.
Well, like, he's taking a break from music.
Oh, yeah? Was he getting more stupid tattoos all over himself? In an attempt to make himself more hardcore?
Supposedly he found God and he got married.
I know he got married.
To a cute chick.
I know.
Yeah, great, but she's cute. And, he's just trying to clean up his life and deal with some issues he has.
I mean, I would fight him still. I would fight a lot of celebrities. But Easy Tiger, I do feel like Justin Bieber should have been mentioned. You're right. I did let my heart speak for me, and my heart is, as always, back in the 80s and early 90s, and that's how I landed on Michael Jordan. But I think that we need to devote more time to which celebrities should be punched in the face.
Oh, Jesus.
So you've inspired me to make a much, much longer list.
All right. Black Suit Spidey said, "Hey Pete, glad you're enjoying Spider-Man Life Story. The story is actually about Peter Parker aging in real time. So the last issue, he will be an old man. Can't wait to hear reviews of the subsequent issues."
And having read that comment this week,
it changes things.
It
right?
made that series that much more interesting.
It was pretty good.
I enjoyed the first book. We reviewed it last week, me and Cheeseburger. And now hearing that he's actually going to age through the 60s, and by the time he gets here, because you figure he's like maybe 12 in 1962, he's going to be close to 70 years old. By the time we get here, he's going to be like our parents' age.
Oh man, he'll be swinging and throwing out his shoulder.
Yeah. I am looking forward to this even more so now.
David Peralta has a couple of questions.
Okay.
And I kind of had like a fit when I read it. Do you think Marvel should introduce Storm as a reference or a cameo in the next Black Panther film?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, Dave.
She should just be a reference, and she should never be Wakandan. Okay.
She was supposed to be in Black Panther 2, according to The Shadow, but then with the Fox deal going on, they had to shelve the idea, but maybe it'll still go down because now that Disney does own Fox and Black Panther 2 is not filming yet, I would love to see her be a neighboring tribe, like being worshipped as a goddess in a neighboring tribe in Africa.
Yeah, that's exactly what she is in the comics.
Yeah.
Don't make her Wakandan, because that would piss me off. Don't make them a thing right away, because that would piss me off. She is so much more of a character that you just bring her along and attach her to him, because there's not a lot of popular black characters. It's such a disservice.
It's a cop-out.
Ooh! So
but you could have them team up.
Her.
Like he goes into this town chasing somebody, a criminal or whatever, and all of a sudden she shows up and helps him like apprehend him, and the crowd goes wild.
I just mentioned the Weather Witch is holding up this border against our enemies. That alone would be more than enough.
True, you don't even have to worry about casting yet.
Exactly. Also, which underrated superhero in Marvel do you think should have their own film? My picks are Sentry and Hyperion. Those are...
I have to respectfully disagree with you there, Dave.
Those are some convoluted lines.
Those are... They're too Superman-y. And to the general public, I'm afraid that that's all they would look at those characters and think of. I like the Sentry when he's a bad guy. When the Void is upon him or whatever. I'm still not clear on how that worked.
It's all split personality.
Yeah, I'm not still... It's very unclear. But... I like Sentry as a bad guy because he's a tough character to take down.
Yes.
Hyperion, I never got into the whole... Was it Squadron Supreme, was that?
Yes.
Yeah, I never got it. Couldn't do that. Underrated characters. All right, somewhere, both Chris Craddock and Rich are yelling Darkhawk at the top of their lungs. For no reason. Their wives are looking at them like, what has become of you? And like their Darkhawk senses are tingling.
It's Darkhawk, but we know that he's coming. Moon Knight, we know he's coming.
Yep. So, like, the underrated characters are definitely there already. Cloak and Dagger is already a thing. I did always like them.
But their own movie?
Or even TV show, I could settle for.
I can't see... I mean, I can see Darkhawk having his own movie, but after he's introduced. Sentry should not have his own movie, nor Hyperion, because it's convoluted, his story. They'll have to totally revamp his
I want to see a longer Ghost Rider. Like a series involving all of the Ghost Riders, from Johnny Blaze to Ketch to, what's his name? To Homeboy driving the Charger.
Oh, I forget his name too.
Yeah, no, he was in S.H.I.E.L.D. and he was great in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Absolutely. Do you want to see Taskmaster as a villain in Black Widow?
Fuck yeah.
Or should it be somebody else? No.
Taskmaster is a great idea.
Fighting-wise, it's him. I mean, unless you want to get into a martial artist, but no, that's separate. He is perfect. So perfect.
Underrated characters. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, my original Marvel cards and who,
The New Warriors.
Ooh. But in order to do that, now, we heard a rumor that there's going to be some shit about Spider-Man and his amazing friends at the end of the new Deadpool movie. That's going to be like the stinger.
That's okay. David Axe mentioned something about Deadpool last week.
About Deadpool doing the new Stan Lee cameos.
No, I'm so against that.
Really? I love the idea.
I hate the idea.
Why?
he's too different. He needs to stick to his own little movie, and that's it. He can't really interact with like imagine him just popping up in Civil War. The serious tone of it, and then just him popping up. He can't be in all the movies like Stan Lee was.
Okay, I understand.
So you have to pick and choose where you use him. Mind you, in his movie, he could just show up here and there in any scene.
Right.
With anybody.
All right, I see your point.
Yeah.
I guess I was thinking of him more as like a looky character from She-Ra, like he's just in the background somewhere and you got to point him out and figure where is he, like a where's Waldo type of thing. All right.
Can you imagine him in Endgame or Infinity War with such a serious topic, and then in the background, ha ha ha, snap. No.
Yeah. All right, I get you. Man, underrated Marvel character.
Havoc. Oh, most of the X-Men, but anyway.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's been done in the other X
poorly.
TV shows. Yes, he chose poorly.
Okay.
Come on, man, Indiana Jones, Last Crusade.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind Stanley pictures as a cameo. Just a picture here and there.
I like that idea. Yeah, I think that's a fantastic idea.
By and there's a poster of Stan Lee.
I got to think about that a little bit more. But I got to talk real quick about what I did this weekend.
We can finish off with that before we have some more questions.
Oh, we got some Instagram stuff.
Oh, he told me.
Once again, Ramon is distracted by giant tits. Sorry, buddy.
Relic Lord. How about a t-shirt Patreon level?
I've actually been considering that, and thanks for the reminder.
All right, he has 4 questions. Is the story for Detective 1000 any good? It's stories, and the main one that leads on to that 1001. It's no secret. Everybody knows about it already because DC just spoils their own shit. Arkham Knight. It's good. The book is good. I like it. It's worth $10.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Even if you just pick one cover that you like and get that, it's definitely worth your time for $10. It may not be worth your time for 4 or 5 different variants, but at least one.
Is anyone else in the basement a fan of the original Power Pack and looking forward to that movie? I was never a fan of that stuff. I really never gave it a chance, though.
He did ask us about fan casting the Power Pack, and I completely forgot about that. But I never read it, so I was kind of waiting for maybe Greg or somebody who might have, or even Craddock who might have read it.
How is the Batman #1 goal coming for you?
Well, I managed to get the entire basement organized in my time off from work, so now I can finally start selling stuff. So, slowly but surely.
Last question. Since baseball is here again when reading books like X-Men and it starts off with them playing a game of it, did you ever want to see a whole issue of them just enjoying a day like that?
Yeah, I could rock with that.
Yeah.
And like an opening day special?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would even go as far as to say let's play X-Men versus Avengers baseball. And just like somebody tell a good story of that. Yeah. I would totally read a special double-sized issue of that.
I would prefer to see them play football.
True. But we could do both. We could do sports days, you know? We used to have sports day when I was in grammar school. It was in May, like the end of May. And you used to get to go outside and you still get to wear your shorts and T-shirt because I was in Catholic school for 9 years. So we had to fucking wear like...
That explains a lot, though.
Crazy. Yeah. We had nothing but like hot Italian teachers. They were like in their early 20s. It was great. Aside from the uniforms that I swear to God, if you would have rubbed 2 of us together, you would have lit a fire.
Ashley wants to know, did Loki ever wind up down in the basement or is he upstairs?
Loki?
I don't know what she's referring to.
Are you referring to the ghost? No, the ghost does not. The ghost very, very rarely comes upstairs. I was down here the other day until probably about almost 4 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden I was like, okay, I'm leaving.
Oh, the Funko Pop.
Oh, the Funko Pop. No, he's still upstairs. He hasn't made it down here yet.
David, we saw the recommended books. They're a good list. We just...
didn't get a chance to read them.
Yeah.
Still on this fucking Marvel character, man. Like a low-rent Marvel character. I got to think about that, Dave.
That is a good question, Dave.
It's really good. And I actually wouldn't mind posing it to the rest of the crew, too, to see who like their favorite unsung hero would be. So, I think that about does it, guys. Yeah. So... what do I always say but hit us up, Questions at Pete'sBasement.com, Facebook.com/Pete's Basement, Instagram, Twitter, etc. at Pete's Basement. We want to hear from you guys. We love getting all the letters from you guys each week and getting questions and comments and stuff. So if you're watching this on YouTube, which I highly recommend you do because there's all sorts of visuals that I pop up on YouTube that are kind of essential to the whole plot line of the Basement Show, you know? So go on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the like on the video, and write a comment if you could, you know, if you got the time. Just say hi, hey, great show, hey, you guys suck. Either way, we want to hear from you. If we did something stupid, tell us. You know, these are just jokes, people. Sometimes the jokes don't hit. Like the last time with that Zack Snyder joke. Sorry. It didn't work. I get it. Anyway, and just in case you do like watching it on YouTube, hit the little bell so this way you get the notifications every time we do upload new videos. And have you noticed, we've been uploading snippets of the longer video. And this is, in truth, all thanks to Steph Penny, who has taken the longer video that I've edited and snipped it down into just the comic reviews and just like a bunch of other fun stuff. Like there will be the unboxing of the Mondo Masters of the Universe He-Man that's going to pop up on YouTube real soon. And I'm going to cut down a few other things from last episode. And each episode we try to do maybe 3 or 4 different videos just to get more stuff for you guys to watch. And, you know, maybe you don't get to watch the whole big, stupid YouTube video that's sometimes 2.5 hours long, you know? This one's very, very short.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, you and me get straight to the point. That's why I like doing videos with you.
That's right.
Not those kind of videos, folks. Just we like doing the Basement Show. That's just the Basement Show. Yep. And guys, you can't watch the Pete's Basement Show without a Pete's Basement t-shirt. And this is where Ramon says, well, what if they ordered a Pete's Basement t-shirt so they'd have it for next time?
Yes, what he said.
This is actually a quote from the the Batman VHS tape that I used to with Michael Keaton for 1989. It was like, you can't watch a Warner Brothers movie without a Warner Brothers ball cap. Well, Doc, maybe they ordered a Warner Brothers ball cap so they'd have it next time.
His mind, it's weird and scary.
It's dark in here, and we may die. So guys, get on represent.com/store/Pete's Basement. Pick yourself up one of the regular Pete's Basement shirts, the Pete's Basement tank tops, the Pete's Basement summer colors. We got the Pete's Basement charity shirts for Pete's Basement supports Project Harmony, Pete's Basement supports our veterans, and Pete's Basement supports the Hero Initiative. Plus, we got the Rick Sellis t-shirt line that's coming. We got the one t-shirt so far of me and Ramon in the Amazing Fantasy 15 homage. Rick is a fantastic artist. Hit him up at Rick Sellis. He's like the leading authority on Batman the Animated Series likenesses. Yes. If you ever want to see yourself in Batman the Animated Series, he'll be happy to do a commission for you. So hit him up and tell him the Basement Boys sent you. And you could even go on represent.com yourself and put that image on a t-shirt because Represent's awesome like that. Really is a great website, and it's great quality shirts. I have washed my Pete's Basement shirts time and time again. You should always remember to wash them inside out, though. I will tell you that much. Wash them inside out. I don't understand why the fuck that's a difference, since the water is all over the place, and it's all with the spinning and the soap and all the whatnot. But I don't know how a washing machine works. I know how to work a washing machine, but I don't know how it works. Like, what's in there? Some wet shit?
Veering off.
I'm sorry. I do that every now and then. Yeah. Either way, wash your Pete's Basement shirts inside out and get them because they're great quality, and you can represent who your favorite comic book reviewers are. And all your friends be like, yo, what's that shirt? I've actually had a few people look at the shirt and be like, that's a cool logo. Thanks, Peter Roger. And I've had to tell them, like, oh, it's our comic book TV show. You know, we review comics and nerd stuff. And then I give them a card, and then I probably never hear from them again. But hopefully they check out the show. And if you guys did pick up a Pete's Basement t-shirt, send us a picture, and we're going to pop it up in the show. We're going to show you off. We're going to make you internet infamous, and we're going to show you off on Instagram and social media as well. I'm waiting to build up a nice big post of Like, I want to make a little mosaic of people who bought shirts. That's my goal.
Be afraid.
Yeah. It's that graphic artist in me. I can't help it. You know I have OCD.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. And guys, Patreon. Thank you to everyone who has supported the show and continues to support the show. We have some great Patreon tiers and prizes for everybody. Namely, getting your name at the end of the credits. You can get original art from the Basement Crew. You can get signed postcards. And thanks to our boy Relic Lord, we're going to make a Basement Patreon tier to get yourself a t-shirt as well. There's good things coming, man. There's great stuff happening for the Basement. And we couldn't do it without all of you guys. Yeah, we couldn't. So, salud. Let us know what's going on with you over the week. You can find out what's going on with us over the week by subscribing to the Hall newsletter. Steph Penny put a lot of work into this, and the new newsletter it's really dope as fuck. Like, there's a little basement blurb on what I've been up to over the course of the last week, and then there's a link for what we're picking up, me and Ramon, in comics each week. There's a link to the new episode. There's a link to the Patreon. There's all sorts of stuff going on in like HTML language that I could never possibly understand. So thanks, Steph, for that. And just last week, if you saw in the Pete's Basement newsletter, on Sunday I went to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on Broadway. It was awesome. It was like watching a Harry Potter movie with a live magic show. That's really what it like. It was like rudimentary magic tricks. It was crazy, dude. Like, they were on top of the Hogwarts Express, right? Mm-hmm. And you know the trolley witch that goes around, anything from the trolley, dears? So they're trying to escape the train. Now, last time when Harry and Ron took the car to Hogwarts in was it in the Prisoner of Azkaban? I believe it was. I believe it was Azkaban. No, it was Chamber of Secrets.
Yes.
They weren't on the train to escape. Mm-hmm. They were left behind by the train. So in this case, now Harry's son Albus and his best friend, no spoilers, have to escape the train. And the trolley witch is fucking really scary. Like, her job is to make sure no one escapes the train. And she does some Freddy Krueger ass shit with her fingernails, and we're watching this, and all of a sudden, like, they're on top of the train, and everything's moving, and all of a sudden, this bitch's fingernails just start growing like this. And I'm like, how the fuck is she doing? Like, I'm standing right here. Why are her nails growing? It's fucked up. There was a lot of cool magic. The Dementors, seeing the Dementors descend on a victim, like, you could watch that shit in the movie and it doesn't affect you. And I understand that those are people on wires. I get it. But when you see that shit happen in real time, it's a little creepy. They're all in, like, wavy, like, ghost garments and shit. Yeah, no, it's not cool. Like that time I was in the haunted house, like the pay for the haunted house tour, mm-hmm. and the dude was chasing me with a real live chainsaw. I know in my head that he can't really saw me to ribbons with the chainsaw. But when you're being chased by a guy with a chainsaw, all logic goes to hell. And you run. You run. Because it's a chainsaw. And it's moving.
Shit, I'd be screwed. I have a no-run policy.
Yeah, no, it's fucked up. If you're ever in New York City, I highly, highly recommend Times Square, New York. By the way, it's open all year round. You could go now. Now. And you know what? No one else is going now. So you could, there's no line. Nothing. No one there. It's great. Yeah, I think I've successfully veered off topic enough. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. As always. Pete's Basement is copyrighted 2019. Ripped Productions. All rights reserved, so go fuck yourself. You missed Cheeseburger's breath last week.
And now that everybody heard that.
They saw it. I put it in the fucking outtakes.
Oh, I didn't watch it yet. Okay, well, everything is live.
Oh, he's a serious burper.
My God, it smelled like he ate Staten Island. IDW's Femme Magnifique. Femme Magnifique. That's how we say that. Femme Magnifique.
Mimetic.
Mimetic. And I've only had a drink and a half so far. IDW.